Every time I see something stupid, I do a video about it. But this time, I'm doing a video about something very serious. Uvalde, Texas, and that massacre that nut did. And law enforcement's response. Now, true, yeah, there were some heroes there, and they showed up about an hour into this. I believe it's the Border Patrol who went in there and took care of what they needed to do. Now, I worked in law enforcement 40 years. Prisons for 40 years. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. And I know a little bit about the law. Now, some of those officers that was involved in that incident, you're a disgrace. Flat bottom line. When you have a active shooter situation, you move at a school, you move then, you move with whatever the hell you got. If you ain't got nothing but a damn Swiss Army knife, that's what you do, that's what you go with. Bottom line, however many people you got, you keep sending them till you eliminate that problem. That's what you signed up for. That's what it means when you put that badge on and you take an oath. You do not follow that oath. There was severe malfunctions going on, including cowardness. Okay, there was a report that it went from a active shooter situation to a hostage situation. Even if that was true, when you started hearing the shots again, guess what? You're back to an active shooter situation, and what your protocol is supposed to do, you move. When you start hearing the gunshots again, you start moving. You should have never stopped moving. But this is something, another thing. I believe the city council is going to have a special meeting this coming Sunday and was going to show the redacted tape. Are you kidding me? Quit trying to cover up. By God, when the cat's out of the bag, the cat's out of the bag. Now it's time to pay the consequences. Now, a lot of people don't know this. I don't think those dumbass officers knew that. There's a federal law. When you take an oath and you're in law enforcement, and it doesn't matter what law enforcement you're in, all the way from sheriff's departments, highway patrols, city police, corrections. And this covers every state in this country. You're falling under the violation of the color of law. That means you showed pure negligence. In this case, I believe cowardice in performing the duties that you took an oath to. And it is punishable by 10 years in prison. It's a law that's rarely used. I've seen it used because I've seen the people go to prison. And there are several law enforcement officers that would fall under this law. Hey, Merrick Garland, somebody needs to remind him about this law. It's still on the books. You need to get to investigate, and it's not going to be a hard investigation at all. Damn, you got videotapes of it. But somebody needs to do something about this, and every law enforcement officer needs to understand. You do active shooter training. You know what your responsibilities are. You know what you're supposed to do. Now, the public may not know, but by God, you know. And if you're not willing to do that, especially when it's involving children, you're in the wrong line of work. You need to be selling insurance. You need to be doing something different besides what you're doing. Because your actions gets people killed. More people killed. But this deal in Uvalde is one of the worst I believe I've ever seen of pure cowardness. And waiting around. Yeah, okay. In prisons, when you have riots, you have hostages, whole 9 yards. Been there, done that 6 times. A lot of times you have to wait. Not with an active shooter in a school. You do not wait. You move. And when you do have a hostage situation and you start hearing shots, negotiations are over. You go get busy. And you do whatever you have to do to eliminate that problem. Bottom line, if you like what I'm saying, hit the like button. If you don't, hit the dislike button. You want to leave comments, leave them. Subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends. Raise enough hell to where somebody gets charged. Because this is ridiculous. And the feds, they could do it tomorrow. And they know it.